Monday. Happy May, and welcome back to another edition of our Monday night online open mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. My name is Richie David Marrufo. I'll be your MC and host, and we are coming to you live and alive in the 915 El Paso, Texas. Rocking my UTEP cap today because my alma mater, and my Chuco shirt. That's right, Chuco Town. So, uh, it's May. We're back for another online mic, and if this is your first time tuning in, this is like any other open mic, except of course it is online, and we've done this every Monday since April of 2020, non-stop. We're over 200 episodes in, and in that time, we've got to meet some really cool people, of course, of which you'll get to meet today as well. We have a lot of regulars. We have people who tune in from time to time when they can make it. And of course, every now and then we do get people joining in here for the first time. So we have a little bit of all that going on today as well. So, first of all, if you're already here, what's up? You're a real one. Thanks for waiting around. As always, let us know you're here. Say hello in the chat. We always encourage participation. It helps me to know, like when people are listening, but also like, say hello. Most of the time I know who you are. I'll give you guys shout outs throughout the show. This is like an open mic, it's a platform. So we're going to encourage all our readers, all our performers to share where they have their social media, songs online, maybe books available for purchase, or maybe if they have their own kind of event, like a writing workshop series or a workshop, writing workshop. Yeah, I said that twice. Dan the Man is on YouTube. Shout out to Dan the Man, who's been here from day one. And despite having tech problems, we still managed to work it out. If you missed last week's episode, you can check it out. Timestamps are provided by Kit Ren. So we're gonna do some interesting stuff again today. Yeah, so I'm just giving a shout out to Dan. Cool seeing you here. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, some quick last minute off housekeeping stuff. So once again, if you do want to join us in person, we are located in El Paso. So if you live in the region or if you are in the area, definitely come by and check out one of our in-person open mics. Tomorrow or Tuesday, May 14th. Yeah, I want to make sure to get the day right. May 14th, we are going to be at Mona Bar of Modern Art downtown El Paso, and that is going to be a show open to all performing arts. So music, poetry, comedy, improv, dance. If you have something that you want to share on stage, then we certainly welcome you to join us. Sign up starts at 8 p.m. The show starts after 9. It is kind of a late show, but there is a kitchen. There are drink specials. Come out and be part of the fun. This Friday, we are going to be at Craft Rhythm and Brews, 1301 Texas, and it's going to be a special day because we have officially a featured artist now, and many of you who have been tuning in, both online and joining us at in-person shows, know this person. That's right. We're going to be featuring Lara Lynette. That's right. It's been a long time coming. An amazing artist. I think people are always just enraptured with her singing, her voice, her message, and just overall style. It's always great to have her join us. She signed up today, so hopefully she makes it through. But yeah, we're gonna be featuring Lara Lynette. It's kind of a send-off show. She's gonna be going on tour. She's gonna be going to UK, and that's a lot of fun. So I guess in order to support her, we'll have a nice going away party. We might even have like a hat or a tip jar, or donations, so we can help. You know, it always helps when traveling, have a little bit extra cash. So that's what's going on this week. Side note, I do want to give a shout out to one of our community members, Amairani Yerena, who has a book of poems out. She's gonna be having her book released that Friday, so I'm really sad I can't go. It'd be nice. Again, I'm still trying to learn like cellular replication, so I can just like bloop, turn into two of me, so I can be in two places at once. But it's not quite there yet. So yeah, I did want to give a shout out to Ama though, because she's awesome. She's been coming to BWOMS for a while now, and like always, it's just really great to see people's growth and development. And she wrote a really nice little message to BWOMS in her acknowledgments. So you know, it's a bummer when it doesn't really quite work out when we can't go, but like Kit said in the pre-show, it's good when there's like multiple art things going on, and you have to like, it's a good thing, essentially, right? So I just want to give a shout out to Alma really quick. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kick things off. Oh, Dan, you are blowing up the live chat. Good to see you. Good to see you here. I will be checking in on the live chat periodically throughout the show. So again, just if you want to say hi, what I always like to do is if there's a line that you love, just type it down in the comments. If there's a line or a metaphor or an image that you really love. Otherwise, yo, let's go and kick this thing off. So, like any other open mic, in order to perform, you sign up. We do have this link to sign up in the description of this YouTube video. So, as long as we are live, you may have a chance to sign up. We don't want to go too late. I think we do have a 25 person limit, but we haven't had to worry about that in quite a while. Those were like the 2020 days. This room will be full. But anyways, yeah, performers get around 5 to 7 minutes, more or less. We're a little more loose on time than most spaces, but don't take advantage of that. We'll work with each other on that. Otherwise, yeah, we welcome original pieces, we welcome new pieces, we welcome pieces that you've had to dust off from an old notebook, maybe a recovered anything, right? And of course, we also welcome mightily the cover poem. So yeah, if there's a poet that you look up to or that you like, that you've been reading, that you want to share with everyone, that is definitely encouraged. Again, as Kit likes to say, if musicians can do it, so can we. So it's a really cool way to also just share new poets with one another, introduce poets to other people. So, all right, that's it. I think I said everything. I said my piece. I'm a little anxious because we're missing a couple of regular members here in the Zoom. But with that said, yeah, I did want to give a shout out to Mike Sindler as well. If you're watching on YouTube at some point, that's cool. Shout out to the Lighthouse Writers, lighthousewriters.org. He's out of Denver, and hope to see you next week. Hopefully you're having a great time with your family. All right, but let's go and kick things off. We're gonna go in and start things in El Paso, and we have started off here plenty of times. We got the awesome, very amazing Robin Schofield, who's got her book Ridge of High Pressure that she's been reading from. She's got another manuscript in the works about El Paso traffic, and yeah, let's go ahead and welcome. Happy Monday, Robin Schofield. Hey.
Happy Monday, everybody. It's a pretty good Monday. See, my hair's gone a little wild. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah, I have a book out called Ridge of High Pressure. It's eco poetry, I'm told. I thought I was just writing about me and my dog walking out in the weather. So it's a pretty cool book. I'm not going to read from it tonight, though, because May is Mental Health Month. So I want to read a couple of pieces from my book about mental health called Diurnal Disturbances. But before I do that, last week I read The Armadillo by Elizabeth Bishop, which Bishop had dedicated to Robert Lowell. So today I'm going to read Skunk Hour, which Robert wrote for Elizabeth Bishop. It's kind of an amazing correspondence. I mean, they both stand as poems alone, but they wrote them for and to each other. And anyway, it's interesting. This one's called Skunk Hour by Robert Lowell for Elizabeth Bishop. Nautilus Island's hermit, Eris, still lives through winter in her Spartan cottage. Her sheep still graze above the sea. Her son's a bishop. Her farmer is first select man in our village. She's in her dotage. Thirsting for the hierarchic privacy of Queen Victoria's century, she buys up all the eyesores facing her shore and lets them fall. The season's ill. We've lost our summer millionaire who seemed to leap from an LL Bean catalog. His 9-knot yawl was auctioned off to lobstermen. A red fox stain covers Blue Hill. And now our fairy decorator brightens his shop for fall, his fish nets filled with orange cork, orange his cobbler's bench and all. There is no money in his work, he'd rather marry. One dark night, my Tudor Ford climbed the hill's skull. I watched for love cars. Lights turned down, they lay together, hull to hull, where the graveyard shelves on the town. My mind's not right. A car radio bleats. Love, oh careless love. I hear my ill spirit sob in each blood cell, as if my hand were at its throat. I myself am hell. Nobody's here, only skunks that search in the moonlight for a bite to eat. They march on their souls up Main Street, white stripes, moonstruck eyes, red fire, under the chalk dry and spare spire of the Trinitarian Church. I stand on top of our back steps and breathe the rich air. A mother skunk with her column of kittens swills the garbage pail. She jabs her wedge head in a cup of sour cream, drops her ostrich tail, and will not scare. So that's what they wrote to each other out of their mental illnesses. And these are some kind of, this is from my book, Diurnal Disturbances. But they are some personal poems. I also have some poems about famous people who were ill. This one won a prize from NAMI. It's called A Mental Health Sonnet. The doctor says it's my gripless synapse, the unbalanced nerves that travel miles and miles along, it turns out, trains on the wrong rails. My brain chemistry suffers from relapse and goes off to Las Vegas to play craps and other games of chance, like striking oil in such rocky terrain where the snakes coil on top of stones and wind whips the gaps. My canyon mood rises out of its cave, cold-blooded as the mountains. I ride it like a bronco, ignore the panic inside, the heights, the rocks, the pain. I want to rave, to howl, to scream. A wolf mourned and hungered outside the folds of my brain, word for word. And this one is called Bipolar in Relation to the Globe. And it was published by the Fourth River out of Chatham University. And they did a special issue on, I forget whether it was mental health or disability or something, but anyway, this is called Bipolar in Relation to the Globe. The brain inhabits the Arctic Circle where polar bears prowl for seals. Along the Tropic of Cancer, the torso changes to a yellow forest covered in kudzu. Toward the liver, jungles spread over the far south. Primitive and prevailing, winds circle. Fortune waits and refusal. Along the Tropic of Capricorn, to those unlucky pirates in love with the trade winds of La Nina, who will be man enough to venture into the limbs hung with choking vines over mighty rivers stirred by piranha. Hands stoke the fires near thatched huts against the damp of jaguar night. Down dry mountains, serrated as jawbones, the legs cover ground, and the feet plunge to Cape Horn, through penguin shores to oceans of ice. And then this one is also about mental health in strange ways. It's called Fall Calendar. The leaves crawl down the street like spiders. The sun burns low in the sky, going out like a spark from a campfire. I wax and wane, like one of my nephew's cigarettes. Now Jeremy's been murdered in a fire set by a strange, enraged woman, no one he knew. He fell dead from the fumes, his body burned beyond naming. I walk in a circle till the light is gone. My doctor thinks I'm not punctual. I grieve it's not still September, October gone, and taken a bite out of the days. News from South Texas after November floods. There are so many tiny blue and yellow butterflies that if you stand in any one place too long, you suffocate. Thank you, everybody. And please check out Tumblewords. It goes on every Saturday from 1 to 3 Mountain Time, Mountain Daylight Time now. And that's where I write a lot of my poems. So if I think that's a good advertisement for Tumblewords. I forget who's coming up, but it's always somebody good.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Robin, and thank you for that set. Oh, it's Maria Perez. Perfect. Um, yeah. Oh, like Robin said, always a great thing if you guys are a writer in need of more writing time. Definitely check out Tumblewords, the generative writing workshop. So you sit down and that's all you do is you write, you share what you wrote, and every week there's a unique and awesome presenter presents on the topic. I'll let Kit talk about that more when it's his turn up here on the mic. Also, yeah, thanks for those poems. It is May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So as always, you guys, if you have pieces, bring them out. I know that our friend the Lizard King, Liz Liano out in Las Cruces, has a big event at the end of the month. I believe on the 25th, but once I find out more, I'll let you guys know more about that. But right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stay in Texas, but we're going to travel time zones. In fact, we're going to go to Dallas, Texas, where we have a first timer here at this mic. She's read at other mics, and then it's always great, as long as we've been doing this since April of 2020, it's nice that we still get people joining us for the first time and hopefully not the last time. So, without further ado, I want you guys to meet and welcome to the stage Swarna Sunkara. Hello, how are you? Happy Monday.
Hi guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna be sharing my screen today. So I will be presenting about 4 poems. Um, and I will start off by starting with I am the deep blue. So here we go. I am the deep blue. Know yourself, they say, but I'm not in my body. Not all the time, anyway. I'm in the deep blue oceans and the deep blue skies. I can run, crawl, swim, climb, and fly. I'm a hawk soaring majestically, penetrating sacred land for supper with the eyes of Mother Earth. I am innocent prey, trying desperately to hide the secret that I'm about to give birth. I am the sunflowers that bloom so readily like fire, drawn to each other and the sun above. I climb higher and higher, like capuchin monkeys clamoring amongst each other to reach the highest banana. I am a newborn butterfly, just emerged from my savanna, wings proudly created from the agony of howling at the moon, like the wolf that recognizes himself in Sammy, my Siberian husky. I am the water flowing down to the sea, to the rhythm of nature's beat, like the fire that melts trees into extinction, designing a spectacular red carpet of destruction. I am the rock of great mountains that call to me in my sleep. I am a limitless entity traveling far and wide for opportunity, but I can't find anywhere to hide my own insanity. I am everywhere and nowhere at once, not bound by time or space. I am a wild, wild human, and maybe one day I'll run out of things to chase. That was my first one. Thank you guys. And this is my next one, immortality. The truth calls me. I must go. There is no shorter way. I must let go. I'm a cauldron of emotions, of excitement and jealousy, sadness and trepidation. What else is there to think over before I dive into the water? I'll let go of society's conditions, of jealousies and lazy preoccupations. Focus on the now, still my mind with meditation, color my soul with the beauty of devotion. Watch the smoke rise from the burning of false notions. I am a golden phoenix rising from bittersweet ashes. I belong to no one but myself, free to create new possibilities with each of my actions. My choices are part of the universe's plan to bring humanity to the end of drought with a shower of loving rains. I burn with the conviction that even though I'm here only for a moment, through me eternity reigns. That was that one. Thank you guys. And the next one is called Natural Beauty. I wrote this for International Women's Day. So here goes. Innocent cherry blossoms crushed under my heels. Clink, clink, clink. Pink carpet. Welcome to nature's fashion show. Even the merciless falling of petals turns heads. Who am I not to be beauty's ambassador? I stand tall, proud, like a banyan tree. I grow leaves wherever they bloody will suit me. Yes, I am the child of a queen. Nature is not capable of being cruel. She is love, protection, destiny. And if I get real quiet, shh, I can hear love blossoming inside me with astonishing sweetness. Slow down your mind so you can witness this miracle. Listen, Mother Nature is giving birth to my rebellious little heart. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you. And then I have one last one. This is called the Golden Fire of Hope. Dance up a terrible storm that even the heavens can't ignore, O wondrous one. No one can stop those little arms and legs of yours. Upon your feet we wish every night, waiting for a miracle so true, the hope of the village burning bright from the light inside you. Shore eludes our hearts no matter where we look. What is an anchor that doesn't support us when we are falling? Need is just another prayer that wilts like a dead flower without the divine spark. Have some water, little one. You need to build that power. You've been dancing for the gods like an unstoppable force to bring us heavenly rains for our ancestral crops. Care not for the silence that follows your steps, for the hope inside you burns bright from the light of golden fire. Wind rustles the leaves of the oak tree as though tickling it playfully. Or maybe it's the breath of the Lord as he promises to give us back our sanity. Water's all we ask for in this land, and water's all we dream of in this desert sand. Roar with fury at him, my sweet, so that he might finally open his blessed eyes of beauty and weep for our pain, and we will drink with joy and gratitude his tears of rain. And that was my final poem. Thank you guys so much. And I will be putting my info into the chat for you guys. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, of course. Cool. I'll go ahead and share that. Thanks for joining us. So why not? Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Super cool. All right. I will share that. Oh, I should have. In the early days, I remember in 2020, sometimes it would be like podcasts, like tell us about your book, and then we'd have like a whole interview afterwards. That was I can't even imagine that those days, like. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share your Instagram here and links to your book as well as your Patreon. That's pretty cool for our peeps on YouTube. But we're gonna go ahead and keep this night moving because I know that we got peeps joining us. Like we're mountain time zone, but we got peeps joining us on the East Coast. It's like 2 hours ahead over there, so like it's later there. So I got to make sure to get our East Coast peeps taken care of. So we're gonna go ahead and travel to East Harlem, New York, and see what's up with Vex Lex. Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. Go ahead and kick things off.
Hey Richie, appreciate you always. Yeah. Yeah, it's about to be 11 o'clock. So I'm just I love coming here and then like after here I'm always just like, yep, ready for bed. Um so got three poems tonight. The first I'm gonna be reading from my book Ask Me Again in 6 months. Um it's a mental health piece. It's called Impossible Logic for a Borderline. They say it's easy, just be yourself, but forget to tell you which self is the appropriate one. The constant need to play into this act of normalcy. The name itself suggests that I am at the brink. A Rolodex of personalities, they are all me. When I am told to be myself, I flip through my choices to see which would best suit the audience. Where fiction redefines itself as fact, where fantasy cloaks itself in reality, a line to be drawn between calculated personalities. Is it pretending to be something you're not? The person I am today will take a hiatus, and tomorrow's version is working its way to the forefront. When asked, which is the real version of you, you acknowledge the perversion of what you'd like to become. The name itself suggests the unbalancing of scales, since you are suggesting that I be myself, a chaotic display of calmness, a relaxed approach to mayhem, borderline, a badge of dishonor, stitched with mind numbing scenarios. Maybe you can also tell me who exactly that is. So that was Impossible Logic for Borderline. My next piece is called The Way It Used to Be. The thrill of the chase, oh, the exhilaration. Will it ever come back? A time when this was all that I had, all there was to look forward to, shortened days spilled into longer nights that were ripe with amorous potential, sunken eyes with little to non existent regret. Those were the good times when 5 a.m. conversations became 12 p.m. phone calls because there just were enough hours and you just couldn't keep the momentum going at a consistent pace. The magnetism of it all, wondering if it would always be like this. Guilt ridden when you realize the energy needed to reignite those flames as opposed to casting new ones. And just like that, the pieces no longer fit. The sense of urgency had evaporated while you sit there, pen in hand, reflecting on the way it used to be. And my last piece is called The Poem You. There is a poem inside all of us, aching to not fall upon tone deaf ears, waiting to be broken down, polished just enough to show only the pretty parts and not the ugly process, the revisions not just by our own hand, but wanting to be dug deeper, fragmented bits wandering about, eager to become a cohesive unit. Therein lies a poem, not yet written, working its way from an unreliable memory, a work to be progressed. There is a poem inside all of us, longing to be understood in the hopes of being discovered. And those are my pieces. Again, I'm Vex Lex. I have a book out, Ask Me Again in 6 months. You can follow me on Instagram, Vex Lex Poetry. That's VEXED Lex Poetry. And thank you for having me as always.
Awesome. Yeah. Again, thanks for staying up to share your work with us. And if you share those links, I'll forward them as well. Very cool. Again, congratulations on the book. Oh, Lyra's here. Awesome. Okay, so these things happen in real time. So like, while some of you guys are performing, I was just notified that Mona bars are going to be closed tomorrow. So we're gonna, there was like a anyway. I don't need to explain it that much, but we're gonna be moving next door to Rosewood. That's actually a pretty easy fix. So it's gonna be like the Mona mic, except we're gonna be at Rosewood next door. They're literally right next to each other, so it's not that big of a shift. But just as a heads up, that is what's going on. That's going on tomorrow. Also, did want to give a shout out to Julian Morales, who is tuning in right now in the live stream. Julian, of course, has been doing such a great job with his series, The Art of Storytelling, a monthly showcase of just like a bunch of the arts, great storytelling, and just like a marriage of all, like a lot of the performing arts, from dancers to music. It's quite the show, live painting, and really at the heart of it, giving back to the community, raising to several groups and organizations throughout the region. Um, their next show is going to be this Saturday. So if you guys want to check that out, you can just follow the El Paso Art of Storytelling on Instagram. It's going to be supporting Rizzo Speaks Life. So I don't know a whole lot about that organization or group or person, but I know that they're going to be also featuring Hal Marcus. Hal Marcus is a staple in the El Paso art scene, has been for a while. You can catch that at the Sunset Parlor. And earlier, I was talking about how there's conflicting events. This is also going to be true of Saturday. I know, I hate it. I hate it. But we are going to be, the Barber Open Mic Series is going to be collaborating with a ballet academy, dance academy, and we're going to be doing a little special event with them. So if people want to share their poetry or music, I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. I'll be posting about it this week. But really, they want to showcase some dance numbers, but they wanted to also like invite poets and musicians from our community to like to be like witness like the stuff they've been working on at the dance academy, but also share our own art so we can like kind of like interact with some of the arts organizations in town. So I'll be posting about that this week. If you guys are interested in possibly joining us, shoot me a message. We do have a limited um spot time, but there's gonna be vendors. Pie music is gonna be playing. I've been working a lot with Pie lately. It's awesome. Which it reminds me, at the end of the month, Old Sheepdog, we are going to be working with Pie Music. So if you guys have songs about change or poems about change or anything that has to do with change, start working on those and bring them the last Thursday of the month at Old Sheepdog. Because yeah, we got a cool thing going on. Again, I'll be promoting throughout the next couple of weeks. But all right, man, I didn't expect that to be such a long announcement break, but important stuff. We're gonna go ahead and come back to El Paso because Lex was in Harlem. Now we're coming back to El Paso, and he's been here before. He's gonna share some spoken stuff, some poetry, raps, freestyle. Joining us from El Paso. We can also find him at Buenos Tiempos, and if you want to talk about that after your performance, let us know. Man of all trades, his father, Rogelio, was a regular at BWOMS back in the day, one of the comedians. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome Joshua Avila back to the stage. What's going on, man? Welcome back.
Hello. What a beautiful introduction. I love being known as the son of my father. Yes, I have some raps here. I'll get into the whole man of all traits afterwards. I didn't even know May was mental health month or anything by that style. But funny enough, I have this paper right here. Yeah, if you're feeling like your mental health is declining, you can always just call the crisis walk-in service and at 915-779-1800. But speaking of mental health and just stuff, I like to write poetry. I just like to put my pencil in the journal and boom, start. Sometimes I don't even like I'd be going back at all these. I'm like, when the hell did I even write this? But this is like the first page I open right now. I was like, yeah, I'll start off right here. Well, actually, I wanted to start off with a poem that I wrote. It was one of them, like my first poems where I was just like, my mama told me, before you see the tree, there has to be a seed. So start digging deep, but not too steep, because I want to see the leaf before I leave. Not worth living, fighting to breathe. Now I look at you from underneath. Now I'm manic. Looking for the answers in wrong places. I'm satanic. Feel the panic, feel the static. Is it magic? No, it's tragic. Can't you see the logic? And yeah, I mean, I was hopefully there's like a day, like a video where I can explain like all this whole like being manic, all this anxiety that I went through. But for now, let's just keep it to raps. Me gusta correr. This is kind of like a song. Me gusta volar. Por eso a la pluma le voy a jalar. Andar bien grifote me gusta estar. I like staying high most of the time. I got me what's mine. I'm just waiting in line. Now God give me all the signs. When it rains, it pours times nine. Pause, hold the applause because the and you see, like I don't even start recognizing my handwriting at this point. Um, but I'm just chilling, enjoying the ride. I got my own guide, not settle for pride. Feeling a little bit fried the moment I died. I'm tripping on this blunt that I'm gripping. Feel my own tears dripping. I'm okay. At least that's what I say. Gotta say it to believe it or I'm catching a fade. Know the rules but can't play. I'm afraid to not try hard enough. But my way, feeling kind of rough, so I blow this puff. I gotta act tough. I gotta look buff. I'm not just saying that all this stuff. The big bad wolf got a huff. So what you gonna do? What you gonna say? To who you gonna pray? Look closely, you'll see that it's just you. It's just me. For eternity, I'm panicking, mannequin. None of my thoughts are settling. On my bike, I keep pedaling. All of my levels accordingly to plan. I began to cook with no pan. Microwave daily, can't blame me, can't save me. Oh no, this is very therapeutic. Like I don't even like I said, like I want to like go into detail with all this. You're gonna have to remind me when to stop actually, because you need to give me like 3 minutes or like a four, like a three or two. How long have I
All
been
right,
going?
good to know. Good to know.
Because I can be I can be here for a
It's
minute.
been about 3 minutes.
Okay, okay. That was like two poems already, or like I think so, like three. Living life, I'm risking it all, but I don't want to fall. I want to stand tall. I can't fail if I keep the tale of of how I keep flowing, not knowing, but I'm leaving a legacy. I don't know. Maybe next, maybe my next ecstasy been about LSD. Me started, I don't even want to say that because it's a drug inside of me. Ask me, listen, oye, yo soy animal, yo sé lo que está mal y lo que hago, pero ¿sabes qué? Lo que hago es porque te amo. ¿Perdido un perro? Tal vez negro, tal vez quiero, pero espero a la perra a la perra que no se te olvide. Soy mánico, satánico, cállate el hocico. Oh, you see, like, these just thought, I don't even know why I wrote that. Like, that was like, cállate el hocico, like these thoughts of just like stress, like stress of just like, I'm done hearing all this shit. Like, leave me alone. And if we start, we don't stop. Sunk it like a lollipop, squeeze it like a SpongeBob on our way to, I don't even know. But it's just a young MC in the mic. It's just a young MC in the mic. She said, attack like a dyke. Say psych, roll twice. That's just what I like. Make you wise. That's just life. Think about it too much. That's the cycle of life. Died and didn't see light. Scared of having to fight without having no sight. Look before you miss, hear before the diss. Who dis? Broke the diss, living risk, drinking brisk, reading off the list, ready to assist. My hypothesis accurate. Those who don't like me are upset. I don't fucking understand, never have and never will. My own thoughts I instill, and still I wait till the day I have to kill. These ideas of my head I will. Maybe not. Do I have the will? All I know is you're about to catch me at the park with Cruella DeVille. All I know is I know nothing for real. I'm pretty sure that was like 5 minutes. Like I said, my Buenos Tiempos page, Buenos Tiempos 915. Just real quick, I was like, just looking for jobs here and there. Right now, I'm a cook. I'm cooking. No, I'm a dishwasher. Like, getting a little bit of cooking experience here and there. But Buenos Tiempos is my side hustle, which I'm spray painting. I'm just spray painting curbs, um, like this. Oh shit. It's actually Buenos Tiempos Incorporated.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. You can't really see it, but I'm just kind of like,
Kind of got I
God
got a
damn it,
glimpse of it.
God doesn't want me to be
I
spraying
saw it's the
curbs.
Texas flag. It's the Texas flag with the address on it.
But Buenos Tiempos Inc., Buenos Tiempos 915. Buenos Tiempos. I try to be good times all the time. And look at how sweating I am, just like doing an open mic live. Just getting all
An
fucking
online
nervous for
one.
no reason. But
It's all good.
I hope everyone. I'm gonna just keep listening to the poetry. I like all the poets so far. This so insightful. But thank you for letting me be part of this live session. Thank you for allowing me back. And I hope I'll be back soon.
Right on, right on. Of course, thank you, Josh. Yeah, 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 man. Come back whenever. Also at the live ones, if you got beats that you want to throw down. Yeah, good to have you. Check out the Instagram, Buenos Tiempos Inc. And also for all the love. Yeah. Oh shit, that was me. That was an echo, I think. But yeah. Thanks guys for tuning in with us today. We got more people signed up. In fact, next up, we're gonna go to Houston, Texas, and Sue is back, and she's gonna share a couple poems, maybe a song if there's time. I really do hope there's time because I always want to hear the songs too. But yeah, joining us from Houston, Texas, we have Sue Schnitzer, and great to have you again. I am gonna go ahead and be on the. I'm gonna vote for the song too. But yeah, when you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
The poems are short. So I'll stick to the theme of Moms and Mother's Day, which was just yesterday, which is always a very weird holiday for me. Um, Always. And my mom suffered from depression. It got more extreme as she got older. I suffer from depression, as do both my daughters, one of them way more extreme. So this is something I wrote this morning based on a writing prompt. Daughters, a silent bond between them that only they understood. A look, a roll of the eyes, a wink, a stifled snort, half smile, whole smile, no smile. Look away so they don't laugh or cry out loud. Mother, mom, never mama. Was she ever mommy? A bond, sometimes tenuous, never broken, although it was stretched so far it came close a few times. But somehow they overcame the distance, wounds and words, and tried again. A bond, sometimes silent, sometimes loud. Push and pull, tie a knot, tie a bow. Sister, mother, daughter, silent bonds. And here's one I wrote when I was in St. Louis, which is where my mom is buried. I didn't visit my mom on this trip. I feel a little guilty about that, but I shouldn't. I can talk to her anytime I want to, without having to drive to the graveyard and kneel in the damp grass at her gravestone. I visit her when I feel the need to hear her voice. Sometimes she reaches out to me when I don't expect it. So, no, brothers who asked, I didn't sit by her headstone on this trip. Instead, I sat near her husband while he ate, watched TV, and napped. I walked in the crisp fall weather and visited with her in my head and in my heart. I hope she understood. She was all about family, so she would want me to be with the living, I think. So far, she hasn't complained, and I know if she wanted to lay on the guilt, she would. Wait a minute, I think she's calling to me. Ah, she says it's okay. She'd rather I spend time with Dad and get outside for fresh air. Staying inside isn't healthy for me, but be sure I don't overdo it and wear a hat. Yeah, I didn't go to her grave, but we still talked. Love you, Mom. See you later. And a song that I've been working on and off and on and off and on and off for I don't know how many years. I think most daughters can relate to this. I'm guessing some sons can too. And I've been, it's brand new, as in I have no idea what I'm doing here, but that's okay. Even though I sometimes fought that like hell. But here I am wearing her shirt, and her words are coming out of my mouth. Her words are coming out of my mouth. I am my mother's daughter. She wanted me to grow up to be strong. We had our disagreements. Neither one of us wanted to admit we were wrong. Having daughters, Mom got a kick out of that. Let's see how you do with them, she once said to me with a laugh. She showed them her good side, and sometimes the moody or sad. She showed them how to dance in the kitchen and not care what anyone said. Don't care what anyone says. I am my mother's daughter. I have her hair and her smile. She left me all her jewelry to pass on down the line, to pass down the line. I am my mother's daughter, freckles and fair skin, a little harsh on the outside, soft and warm once I let you in, soft and warm once I let you in. Mom got a kick out of that. Let's see how you do with them, she once said to me with a laugh. She showed them her good side, sometimes the moody and the sad. She showed them how to dance in the kitchen, not care what anyone said. Don't you care what anyone says? I someday maybe my daughters will say that too. They come from a long line of women who did what they wanted to. Yeah, they did what they wanted to. I am my mother's daughter, even though I sometimes fought that like hell. But here I am wearing her shirt, and her words are coming out of my mouth. Her voice is coming out of my mouth. There you go. Thank you.
Awesome. And is there anything you want to promote really quick? I know you have your YouTube channel. Anything else, or?
Yeah, I'll put my YouTube and my Substack in there. I don't really have any gigs coming up. I'm just finding open mics as I travel and playing at those. So yeah. But thank you.
That sounds so fun. Yeah. Bardic even, which is what your performances always remind me of, classic bard, telling tales with your trusty instrument along the way. I love it. Thanks for joining us, right? Okay. What is going on, everyone? Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is our online open mic. Thanks for being here with us. Again, if you're with us in the live chat, say hello. Let us know you're here. That's always a lot of fun. Make sure to give you guys shout outs throughout the show. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to San Miguel, which is a little closer to here. For those of you who are watching and are always like, I want to read, but I don't know if my pieces are too long, there is an option where you can split up your pieces and do serialized versions. It has happened before, and in fact, our next two performers are currently in the process of doing so. So we have two part twos today, but our next performer is going to read the second half of a chapter from our upcoming book. It is There Love After PTSD? That's the name of the chapter and the book. So AJ, when you are ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, Michael's not here. So I thought I would maybe save chapter 9, the rest of chapter 9, until Michael came back. I mean, I'm really sorry. That was such a wonderful intro. And now I've just toasted the pooch. Is that okay? Richie. I do have an upcoming book. It's Is There Love After PTSD? And right now the book is being published. We're translating it for Ukrainian and Mexican Spanish. Thank you. Anyway, so in that process, I'm having to cope with some of the vagaries of AI. People talk about AI and it's going to take over all these jobs and so on and so forth. And I don't think it'll ever replace us. So what I'd like to show you is something that I want to say happened to me today. But then, I have PTSD, so, ADHD and stuff goes with, and we have fun. Anyways, this I think is called fucktacular because I learned that word a couple of days ago, and it means a situation that's so amazing and so unbelievable, but it's kind of messy and lots of unexpected stuff. So this is that poem, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this for you, and then I'm going to tell you what I learned. It'll be interesting, I hope. You have such a hold on me. It scares me so to know you have such strength. And I just want to let you go, let you take me, let you hold me, touch me, see me fall so deeply into you. I'm never going to make it out. Who am I with you? Who will I be with you? Do you know how much I fear losing me in you? Who am I? Please, who will I become? Okay, that's the poem. And that's what I gave the Ukrainian translator. It's all AI. This was AWS in particular. And so that's what I put in. I translated it to Ukrainian and then I translated it back. So now I'm going to go and find that thing that hopefully I've saved and didn't go away and read you what the reverse translation was. Okay, this is how the reverse translation read. You have such a fascination with me that scares me. So you know that you have such power, and I just want to let you go so that you take me, hold me, touch me. I see how I fall so deeply into you. I will never understand who I am with you. Who will I be with you? You know how much I am afraid of losing me, and you like who I will be. Okay. All right. So, in the process of doing this, I had found another paper, an academic paper, and it was talking about how actions have to be basically doable in a context. And so, what happened to the poor AI here is that when it found hold on me, it didn't see it as restraint. It somehow translated it into some flowery sort of, you have such fascination with me that also creates a distance. Hold on me. It's like I'm really there. I'm holding you. You can't get away, or you're holding me. I can't get away. But fascination is way over here, and you're looking, and then it completely lost connection with what the subject of the sentences were becoming. I mean, it was the hold that was scary, and it didn't catch that. And then to know you have such strength, the speaker is the one that's got the knowing, and yet they translated it. They just completely lost track of who the actor was as we went from sentence to sentence. And I realize I'm probably talking out of my head here, but as a lyricist, as a poet, as somebody whose book is being translated into multiple languages, I really care about these little subtleties. And to look at it in that way makes me understand my poems in a deeper way. And usually when I write, I don't think. And that probably sounds weird, but mostly I write from this part of my head down. I try never to write from up here. Yeah. So anyway, kind of what I'm saying here is that if you use AI for straightforward, everyday kind of language, I think I kind of said it here. There it is. We don't want the nuance of neurodivergence masked by a quick grab to the common parlance. And so, for those of us who write poetry, who are coping with, getting it into other languages and not losing that important essence of what we had to say, maybe this will be a little helpful. So that's all I have for today. I hope you got something out of that, because I really think, today was the bee's knees, discovering all of that and putting it all together. And I don't know if you can see this, but here's my working copy. Come on. You can do this. Yes, you can. I know you can. No, I mean, before the blank page, well, it wasn't blank. Anyway, I have all kinds of notes. So I will stop now because I'm sure I've taken you on a ride you never anticipated. So thank you very much. Thank you for like hanging in. And Michael will be back next week, and I will be back with the second half of the famous chapter 9, Is There Life? Is There Love After PTSD? It's a chapter of the same name as the book, which will make it up on Amazon in the next couple of weeks. I promise, I hope. That's so weird. But it is a challenge with 2 translations going on. And interestingly enough, Lee, who was here last week, Lee will be helping me with the local translation into local Spanish. So I'm really grateful I met her here. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Cool. All right. Thank you, AJ. Definitely put your Instagram too. We'll share that. Thanks for sharing that. And that's my favorite thing about the open mics is kind of everything's welcome. We welcome it all, you know. And then if it's your joy, if there's some passion there, we a lot of us latch on to that, you know. So pretty cool. Looking forward to the second part of that chapter. We do have a pretty nice list. I want to make sure everyone gets time on, so I'm just going to go right into it. You all, even if this is your first time here, even the keen listener may have seen or heard his name dropped a couple times throughout the show. Our next performer is Mr. Monday Night, as we call him, but he wears many hats, both literally and figuratively, especially here at BWOMS. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show Kit Ren. Kit, take it away, man. Good to see you.
Thank you, Richie. It's good to be seen. Thank you to everyone. That was very interesting, AJ. Sort of shows the limitations of AI and shows that we still need humans working in translation. And shout out to Lee as well. They're one of my favorite people in this city. So yeah, as Richie alluded to, I'm going to be continuing what I started last week, reading for Short Story Month, which is May, Harmony of the World by Charles Baxter. So I think we'll get through 2 and 3 today and be well on our way to finishing before 2. We'll see. 2. Every newspaper has a command structure. Within that command structure, editors assign certain stories, but the writers must be given some freedom to snoop around and discover newsworthy material themselves. In this anonymous city, I was hired to review all the concerts of the symphony orchestra and to provide some hype articles during the week to boost the ticket sales for Friday's program. Since the owner of the paper was on the symphony board of trustees, writing about the orchestra and its programs was necessarily a part of good journalistic citizenship. On my own, though, I initiated certain projects, wrote book reviews for the Sunday section, interviewed famous visiting musicians, some of them my ex-classmates, and during the summer, I could fill in on all sorts of assignments as long as I cleared what I did with the feature editor, Morris Cascadilla. You're the first serious musician we've ever had on the staff here, he announced to me when I arrived, suspicion and hope fighting for control on his face. Just remember this, be clear and concise. Assume they've got intelligence, but no information. After that, you're on your own. Except you should clear any dicey stuff with me. And never forget the Maple Street angle. The Maple Street angle was Cascadilla's equivalent to the Nixon administration's How Will It Play in Peoria. No matter what subject I wrote about, I was expected to make it relevant to Maple Street, the newspaper's mythical locus of middle-class values. I could write about electronic, aleatory, or post-boule music if I suggested that the city's daughters might be corrupted by it. Sometimes I found the Maple Street angle, and sometimes I couldn't. When I failed, Cascadilla would call me in, scowl at my copy, and mutter, all the Juilliard graduates in town will love this. Nevertheless, the Maple Street angle was a spiritual exercise in humility, and I did my best to find it week after week. When I first learned that the orchestra was scheduled to play Paul Hindemith's Harmony of the World Symphony, I didn't think of Hindemith, but of Maple Street, that mythically harmonious place where I actually grew up. 3. Working on the paper left me some time for other activities. Unfortunately, there was nothing I knew how to do except play the piano and write reviews. Certain musicians are very practical. Trumpet players who love valves tend to be good mechanics, and I have met a few composers who fly airplanes and can restore automobiles. Most performing violinists and pianists, however, are drained by the demand of their instruments and seldom learn how to do anything besides play. In daily life, they are helpless and stricken. In midlife, the smart ones force themselves to find hobbies. But the less fortunate come home to solitary apartments without pictures or other decorations. Sorry, can I mute you? Without pictures or other decorations, warm up their dinners in silence, read whatever books happen to be on the dinner table, and then go to bed. I'm speaking of myself here, of course. As time passed and the vacuum of my life made it harder to breathe, I required more work. I fancied I was a tree putting out additional leaves. I let it be known that I would play as an accompanist for voice students and other recitalists if their schedules didn't interfere with my commitments for the paper. One day, I received a call at my desk. A quietly controlled female voice asked, "Is this Peter Jenkins?" "Yes." "Well," she said, pausing, as if she'd forgotten what she meant to tell me. This is Karen Jensen." "That's almost like Jenkins, isn't it?" I waited. "I'm a singer," she said after a moment. "A soprano. I've just lost my accompanist, and I'm planning on giving a recital in 3 months. They said you were available." "Are you? What do you charge?" I told her. "Isn't that kind of steep?" "That's kind of steep." "Well, I suppose I can use somebody else until just before, and then I can use you. They say you're good. And I've read your reviews. I really admire the way you write." "Thank you. You get so much information into your reviews. Sometimes when I read you, I imagine what you look like. Sometimes a person can make a mental picture. I just wish the paper would publish a photo or something of you." "They want to," I said, but I asked them to please don't. "Even your voice sounds like you're writing," she said excitedly. "I can see you in front of me now. Can you play Fauré and Schubert? I mean, is there any composer or style you don't like and won't play?" "No," I said, "I play anything." "That's wonderful," she said, as if I had confessed to a remarkable tolerance. "Some accompanists are so picky. I won't do this, I won't do that." Well, one I know is like that. "Anyhow, can we meet soon? Do you sight read? Can we meet at the music school downtown in a practice room? When are you free?" I set up an appointment. She was almost beautiful. Her deep eyes were accented by depressive bowls and quarter moon shadow under them. Though she was only in her late 20s, she seemed slightly scorched by anxiety. She couldn't keep still. Her hands fluttered as they fixed her hair. She scratched nervously at her cheeks, and her eyes jumped every few seconds. Soon, however, she calmed down and began to look me in the eye, evaluating me. Then I turned away. She wanted to test me out and had brought along her recital numbers, mostly standard fare, a Handel aria, Mozart, Schubert, and Fauré. The last set of songs, 9 epitaphs by an American composer I had never heard of, Theodore Chandler, was the only novelty. "Who is this Chandler?" I said, looking through the sheet music. "I found it in the music library," she said. "I looked him up. He was born in Boston and died in 1961. There's a recording by Phyllis Curtin. Virgil Thompson says these are maybe the best American art songs ever written." "Oh, they're kind of, lugubrious. I mean, they're all epitaphs written supposedly on tombstones set to music. They're like portraits. I love them. Is it all right? Do you mind?" "No, I don't mind." We started through her program, beginning with Handel's Un sospirato di un labbro pallido from Il Pastor Fido. I could immediately see why she was still in central New York State and why she would always be a student. She had a fine voice, clear and distinct, somewhat styled after Victoria de Los Angeles, I thought. And her articulation was superb. If these achievements had been the whole story, she might have been a professional. But her pitch wobbled on sustained notes in a maddening way. The effect was not comic and would probably have gone unnoticed by most non-musicians, but to me the result was harrowing. She could sing perfectly for several measures, and then she would miss a note by a semitone, which drove an invisible fingernail into my scalp. It was as though a gypsy's curse descended every 5 or 6 seconds, throwing her off pitch. Then she was allowed to be a great singer until the curse descended again. Her loss of pitch was so regularized that I could see it coming and squirmed in anticipation. I felt as though I were in the presence of one of God's more complicated pranks. Her choice of songs highlighted her failings. Their delicate textures were constantly broken by her lapses. When we arrived at the Chandler pieces, I thought I was accustomed to her, but I found I wasn't. The first song begins with the following verse, written by Walter de la Mare, who had crafted all the poems in an archaic epitaph style. Here lieth our infant Alice Rod, she were so small, scarce aught at all, but a mere breath of sweetness sent from God. The vocal line for She Were So Small consists of 4 notes, the last 2 rising a half step from the 2 before them. To work, the passage requires a dead-eye accuracy of pitch. Singing this line, Karen Jensen hit the D sharp, but missed the E and skidded up uncontrollably to F sharp, which would sound all right to anyone who didn't have the music in front of his nose, as I did. Only a fellow musician could be offended, infuriated. I began to feel that I could not participate in a recital with this woman. It would be humiliating to perform such lovely songs in this excruciating manner. I stopped playing, turned to her to tell her that I could not continue after all, and then I saw her bracelet. I'm not on the whole especially observant, a failing that probably accounts for my having missed the bracelet when we first met, but I saw it now. 5 silver canaries dangled down quietly from it, and as it slipped back and forth, I saw her wrist, and what I suddenly realized would be there. Parallel lines of her madness etched in scar tissue. The epitaph's finished, and she asked me to work with her, and I agreed. When we shook hands, the canaries shook in tiny vibrations, as if pleased with my dutiful kindness, my charity towards their mad mistress. To be continued. Okay, and as has been name dropped several times already, and you've seen some of the fruits of this, but the Tumble Words Project we run on Zoom every, or at least most Saturdays, 1 to 3. And our guest for this Saturday is going to be Maria Perez, who is always just very enthusiastic and always volunteers. As soon as she finishes one, she sets up the date for the next one. And so she is presenting once again on bilingual poetry. Real excited to see what she has in store for us all. And the week after that, we'll have Bill Sparks doing something for Memorial Day, as is tradition around here. And this Friday at Craft Words and Brews, I will be your host. So those of you who are local, I hope to see you there. At BWOMS family note, Josh Marine, great musician, comes to the live mics all the time. He's going to be part of the Cool Canyon Nights this Thursday on the patio stage. Not quite sure what the setup is down there, but like Josh is coming up in the world, and I'm happy to see him. And we'll kick it back to your MC. You'll see me again when it's time for Dan to come. But
That's right. Awesome. Thank you, Kit. Appreciate it. As I mentioned earlier, we do welcome serialized performances. So breaking up a longer piece into different sections. Yeah, Josh Marin. Yeah, if you've never been to Cool Canyon Nights, that's super fun. It's right there in McGalligan Canyon. They have the amphitheater in there, and heading into the amphitheater would be the patio stage area. Yeah, Josh is a regular at the open mics, and it's really cool to see our peeps getting their time on there. So, also seeing Kit in his UNT shirt and me in my UTEP cap. I guess I should have started with this. Congratulations to all the people who graduated or graduating this weekend or this past weekend. Welcome to the world. Hope to see you around. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stick around in El Paso because we have a long time YouTube live stream participant, and she's there, always giving shout outs. And every now and then she signs up and shares her own work, which we're super grateful for. She has 3 short poems, and I'm also looking at this really cool thing that I'll let you talk about afterwards. But she's got a self-paced writing workshop on Patreon. Yeah, I'll let you talk more about that. But let's go ahead and welcome Sandy to the stage. What's up, Sandy? Hello, hello.
Ah, hey, what's up, you guys? What's up, Richie? YouTube. Yeah, that's awesome that Marine got up there to the canyon. He did perform a lot at the BWOMS, so that's cool. Good, great to see that. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 short poems. I thought I'd try something a little different this time. Maybe share a screen. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Good. But can we see if we could do it? I got my page set up, so do I just put screen share? Yeah, okay. Okay, I thought I'd share my Instagram. So let's see. The first poem, this is my first poem. I'm a spark, a glitch in the dark, breaking up the electrons of atoms. I'm a fire in the woods, surrounded by trees. All the animals can see the dazzling dance of my red-orange shapes. I'm out of control and finding ways to escape. I shine light on your pale, cold faces and dance in all the waves of all the spaces between the trees and ground. I'm spreading around and making crackling sounds. I power the universe. I shape the verse of your poems and prose. I'm the phoenix rising, transforming horizons. Okay. And the next one is, can you still hear me? So, yeah. All
Yes.
right. So I got this one. This is my second poem. Under my skin is a pulsating carcade of electrons and protons, electric dreams of metal, in septals of sterile. Under my skin is a kinetic system of wires, of fires that ignite data system thoughts, a frame of cosmonauts. I am cyborg, a iron tomb of machine learning, information endlessly churning. Under my skin is kinetic energy flowing from wire veins to PC motherboards of coils and cords to massive storage servers of visionary observers. Under my skin is a network of ones and zeros, a magnetic device, a binary paradise. And my last one is about art, because art is cool. I plunge the hues of blue, red, orange, and green, a palette platter of mounds and screen, of anticipation, of visions of creation, blending and binding them to canvas, cementing a sea of dianthus, cut and tucked, pulled and plucked. I spread paint across the white landscape, creating shapes and scrapes of construct. Brushes dry, gather up pigments of imagination, the horizontal and the vertical elations, a geometric mess of chaos and calculations, of spontaneity of the abstract, the swivel of the palette knife, of permanent tints that refract. A Van Gogh, Monet, Vermeer, Picasso, or O'Keeffe, a liquid prism for the empty canvas piece. All right, that was my 3 poems for tonight.
All right, pretty cool, and that's also a great way to plug your Instagram. So if you guys are watching, want
yeah.
to follow, what else do you want? Tell us about your workshops. Those seem really fun. The magical muse, is that what it is?
Yeah, I created a Patreon page, and I decided to revise my in-person workshops. I did 13 in-person workshops for Tumblewords in the past. And so I decided to make them self-paced online writing workshops, and they're available on my Patreon page for $5. And they last about maybe 45 minutes. So you could do it from home. Check that out. So I have the link. I'll put the link in the chat. And
Okay, cool.
you can follow my Instagram at Sandy Candylands.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
I love the pink feathers. Super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's as soon as oh my cat just jumped in. Sorry. All right. Yeah, check it out. That sounds like a really cool concept. The self-guided workshops through Patreon, super interesting. So those of you who need to write more, yo, hit it up. You know what I'm saying? Our next performer also has been hosting workshops, and you gotta go check them out. That's all I'm saying. Joining us from Canada, Ontario, Canada, we have Cassie in the house. Cassie in la casa, as we like to say. What's up, Cassie? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. All right. Cool. When you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Um, okay. Um, this first one is called Self-Portrait as Pool Water. Home to the potential for great company, relief from stinging heat, but perhaps easy to become oversaturated in and emerge in need of dry land. Quickly stale, and by stale I mean overrun with too many thoughts propagating, multiplying, less hospitable for swimming in. Under the right conditions, a pleasant little oasis to submerge yourself in, get lost in the deep end for an afternoon or late evening on the cusp of morning, full of flamingo floaties and neon pool noodles, but ever skirting the edge of murky. A fragile ecosystem, easily lending less to a casual swim in shallow end, if left to its own cloudy devices for too long. So that was a new weird one. And then I have some ones I pulled out of the vault from like 10 years ago that I have mixed feelings about, but I'm going to read them. So here they are. Okay. So this is called Tale of the Wind. While you wait for that moment of clarity, for weight to be lifted, for the roots of your mind to be replanted, the wind dances, twists, and shifts, sweeping up both the seeds of the uplifting and the disheartening. It dives over your dwelling where you crouch beneath with your burdens tightly encapsulated, and quietly disperses, carries off all sorts of seeds of thought, giving other heavy minds a chance to climb or drift complacently along a gently rushing river to land and embed in another shore. So next time you feel stuck, when your mind has its seeds planted in the stunting rut, watch for the carefree tail of the wind. Okay. So I believe I have a couple other originals. One more. This is called Free from Awareness. When I was freshly sprouted, I was blissfully unaware of many things. of the fact that time doesn't stretch as far as it appears to, of the distance between enough and not enough, and how far it is to traverse it. Oh my gosh. And how far it is to traverse it, of how hard it is to fit into a container, to learn to squish yourself in, no matter how mangled you become, of the possibility of being too much of anything, too filled with emotions, too masculine, too feminine, of the temporality of the ties to be found, places to others, of the tangles that come with all the string, and the beauty, and how beautiful that mess of yarn becomes, especially in the right light. Okay, so that is what I have for originals. I was going to read cover poem, and it is called Playing with Bees by R.K. Fox. So the world turns its one good eye to watch the bees take most of the metaphor with them. Swarms in all their airborne pointillism shifted on the breeze for last time. Of course, the absence of bees left behind significant holes in ecology. Less obvious were the indelible holes in poems, which would come later. Our vast psychic habitat shrunk. Nothing was like nectar for the gods. Nobody was warned by a deep black dahlia, and nobody grew like a weed. Nobody felt as spry as a daisy, or blue and princely as a hyacinth, was as lucid as a moonflower. No one came home and yelled, "Honey, stairs," and nothing in particular by any other name would smell as sweet as. Consider the verbal dearth that is always main ripple of extinction, the lexicon of wilds gone on mixing its descriptions, sliming its index of references for what is super as rhubarb, juicy as a peach, or as shrunken as a comb, and ancient as an adler tree, or a conifer, or beech. What is as royal as jelly, dark as a wintering hive, toxic as a jessamine vine, weeps the way a willow does, silently as wax burned in the land of milk, and all the strong words in poems, they were once smeared on the mandible of a bee. Okay, so that's all I have for poetry. Trying to catch my breath. I don't know why, but when I read, I get out of breath. Richie mentioned I'm running an online generative poetry workshop series. We're in our last couple weeks. It's called Bound to Temporary Spaces. It explores our connection to place, particularly looking at connection to natural environments, but also built environments, so like urban environments. And disconnection from place, like feelings of being disconnected from it. So yeah, we have 2 weeks left. This week is looking at connection to nature in particular. So if you're interested, you can go to my Instagram, which is Relentless Intrigue. And I will also just post throw the sign up form in the chat. It has more details in case anyone is interested. Okay, thank you, Richie.
Thank you. Another awesome set. Thanks for sharing those. And if you want to learn out how to reach out to nature, reach out to Cassie. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. Cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go and continue. Check it out. Relentless Intrigue on the IG. Ask about the workshop series. Lots of writing going on. Okay. And also I'll just say this. She does some great research and puts together a pretty decent, like a pretty nice list of poems to go over. Okay. Next up, we have we're gonna head back to the region. We're gonna stop in Horizon. She wasn't here when I was mentioning it, but this Friday we're gonna be featuring her at Craft Rhythm and Brews, so we're excited about that. I started working on the flyer right now. Super excited to be sharing that. But you guys already know what's up. About to leave on our tour. Let's go ahead and welcome back on the online show, Lara Lynette. Hey, Lara. Happy Monday.
Hey Richie, happy Monday, everybody. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I thought I was gonna go to bed. I've been going and blowing all day and helping mom and this and that, and I thought, oh, I need to pop in and say hi, because I'm probably not gonna be here for a couple of months, unless I decide to get up at 3 a.m. to join y'all. Anywho, yes, so thank you for having me, Richie. And thank you for inviting me to feature on Friday night. I'm excited about that too. So I'm going to do a couple of originals. This first one is is not a new song. Well, this version of this song is relatively new, and it is my ode to someone that I don't communicate with anymore. It's called Used to 22. Bum, bum, bum. Used to think that you loved me. Used to think you were my best friend. Used to be so sure I could always count on you. And I used to believe you really meant what you said. Used to stand there right by your side. Used to make love deep into the night. Used to dream of babies and parenthood. And I used to believe your heart held only good. I used to trust you, used to really care for you. Used to want you just like breathing air. Used to love you, I used to really care. Used to really care. I used to really care for you. Used to think we made a perfect pair, and I used to feel like you saved me from the brink of despair. Used to think your smile was bright as the sunrise. And I used to believe we'd be together for all of our lives. I used to love you. I used to really care for you. Used to want you just like breathing air. I used to love you. I used to really care. Used to really care. I used to really care for you. I used to. Something like that. Yeah, thank you. So, I've decided to do breakup songs tonight in case that wasn't clear. Although this is not a breakup song, this is a song about don't treat me this way or we're gonna break up song. It's called Second Fiddle. You say you love me, and I do believe it's true. Just maybe not as much as you used to. No, not quite as much as you used to. And you say you'll be calling, but if I wait by the phone, seems like you ain't got no dial tone. Can't get no signal, or ain't got no dial tone. So I'm left hanging in the middle. Oh, heart's a little brittle. My allegiance ain't no riddle. It just feels like I'm playing second fiddle. And I sure don't like sitting second fiddle. You say I'm an important part of your world, just not like a diamond or like a pearl, like a tiny little freshwater pearl. Thought we had built up a partnership of trust, but your departure forced one tough adjust. You left me all alone to adjust. I'm left hanging in the middle. Heart's a little brittle. My allegiance ain't no riddle. It just feels like I'm playing second fiddle. And I sure don't like sitting second fiddle. Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh. Second, sure ain't no fun. No, it's not fun. You say you love me, and I do believe it's true. Just so maybe not as much as you used to. No, not quite as much as you used to. And you say you'll be calling, but if I wait by the phone, seems like you ain't got no dial tone. No, 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 no. Hanging in the middle, heart a little brittle. My leaves ain't no riddle. Just feel like I'm playing second fiddle. I sure don't like sitting second fiddle. No, being second just ain't no fun, baby. I sure don't wanna be second fiddle. No, 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 no. Thanks, Richie. Thank y'all.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Lara. I gave you enough stickers, right, for your when you're
Oh,
out.
you
You
gave
can just.
me a bunch of little microphones. I'm gonna put them
That's so
everywhere I can.
awesome.
Thank y'all very much. I'm gonna put up the website for my friend Mandy Woods, who's got this tour together, and she has a partial list of our dates. If you know anybody over in the UK, point them to this website, and yeah, we're gonna have fun. I'm excited. I'll see you Friday. I may see you tomorrow night. Actually, I was thinking about coming down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
know,
Richie. I
thank you.
appreciate you.
Awesome. Appreciate you too. Yeah, so I mean, if you can't make it Tuesday, I mean, it's great if you do, but Friday we'll be featuring Lara, so get a little bit of a longer set. And again, having that send off. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to La La Land, but not the one you're thinking of. That's right, L.A., Louisiana. We're gonna go to Baton Rouge, where we have Unspoken in the house. Going to share some pieces. Last time he was here to practice some pieces for a slam. Hopefully it went well, but whenever you are ready, go ahead and take it away. Welcome back to the show.
What's going on, everybody? So I wrote a couple of new ones. This one, let's see here. This one I performed for Right About Loud here in New Orleans on Friday this last week. It's titled Unspoken. Changing the channel this time. Strange how we ramble of victims and lies, thus creating what we find. This time around, though, I won't apologize for the unspoken. Too heavy, too much, my words spare the feeling of our reflections. Take that and absorb it. If I projected the rage within, would exposure benefit anyone involved? Or just instead prove that we're all wrong? Fuck it, mold it and throw it at all we pretend to be, exhausting the empathy, the oh, I feel this, so I can hope to one day enlighten our self-destructive nature. By speaking something I thought could incite transformation. We rely on seeking some relation to others to help us feel better inside. You're not alone, ancient stories foretold, all the same raise the stakes, we ended alone. Choosing creation, dissect all the lies. Artists that reach you unravel our broken insides. Through profound experiences, they make relating feel more eloquent. Represent strength following weakness, and choose with intent. What about the words you'll never get to hear? Take mine, for example, before I disappear. Fuck it, is it not all the same? Ramble and ramble with my outlet on display? Yeah, what the fuck are we doing? So stuck in ideas that are brewing, I forgot the ladle's too hot for me to hold. If your darkest secrets were exposed, would you have what it takes to break through, knowing that your number is up? Likely it's all the same. The masses don't hear it from the clinically insane. Never did a thing to nobody. Ask that to my face, and I'll cry the same weight of conditioned shame, hiding our potentials with the idea we are not, will not, and cannot ever win the game. I and you are one, times moon, times star, times sun. Saul Williams said it best, but I could never pass the test to be an activist. Too much a pacifist, truly, I can't set aside the rest. That's okay though, I have my own little corner. Want to see my rage, then confront me on the corner. I'll tell you how it is not that I'm right or wrong. With an infinite supply of memories, a lifetime of experiences has my back. Subconscious entanglements of our denials do little to redact. Mix in the story of the moment. My message doesn't waver. Don't get it twisted, the subtleties aren't missed. The sentence I spit changed our whole trajectory. Why are we wasting our time trying to expand consciousness when we lack the depth to decipher the expanse of said processes? Placing so much emphasis on animalistic narcissists. Good question, I suppose. For those that feel this, composer, not Mozart or Beethoven, our collective consciousness flows through words now spoken. And this next one I wrote, thank you. This next one I wrote coming out of week-long ketamine binge, and may have actually had some growth that I didn't see coming, rising up from my K-hole. The words on this page are the only truth I've ever displayed. Not true, but trained to believe it. My identity resides in shadows conveyed. Honestly, more open and true than I give myself the credit deserved. For acceptance of praise I receive to my subconscious seems absolutely absurd. The dark night of the soul, one I thought would be but a simple experience of magnitude, weighs heavy as the realization strikes that this lifetime itself is that night's fortitude. Courageously, I continue as I learn more of what it takes to be alive, surrendering to my awareness of how gratitude escaped my wavering struggle to survive, teetering on the brink of infinity's possibilities and what each potential holds inside, consistent in my denial of following through with actions, the words I speak from so deep inside. What a riddle it is when the pieces are defined by only how we're taught to perceive feelings. Shared among humanity, the only thing separate is the brain's existence of ego and the time it is stealing. True love in my presence, yet I shrug off the knowledge that I selfishly refuse to believe I am worthy. Such magnificence is lost in the chaos of a voice crying words of misidentified tragedy. Is this the manifestation of thought patterns obscured by one individual's perception of me? How could 40 years go by before I could find a safe spot to let the ego die, stepping into the shoes of broken feet, reminding me I've never been free? Free of a burden placed on my shoulders that taught me I would never deserve love in the first place, that I am not enough, have I not showed up and made a difference for so many along the way? With such depth scratching surfaces that darkness overshadowed the light in my heart. If I've learned the lessons and view the world in this way, why is it so hard to embrace myself enough to even start this journey for real? Am I really that scared? Have I truly been that man I beat up along the way? Have I destroyed the opportunity to find peace and acceptance through my belief that I am not worthy of love as I continue to stray? From lessons learned, I just observe and refuse to tune into the gift that God's grace that has allowed me to view. Such dissections, unnecessary to thrive, I hold on to the only pattern I've ever known. Run into the shadows, for exposing my love would leave nothing for me to fight. Without a fight, do I have purpose? In said quandary I wallow, internally swallowed by all the things I never did, because I understand the capacity I had to become such a monstrosity. The brain is impeccably deceiving, throwing shade over light cast on so many to show them the way. I. What the fuck is it that keeps me so focused on these clipped wings rather than showing up and embracing the version of me that you see? I am that man, but I don't know that I am because I believed in a story that broke a little boy's hope of finding joy so many years ago. How would I convert denial into integrity if that story was always about me? Why must I hold space for myself if I don't believe in the reflection I see? Where do I put attentions that span galaxies when I only see me to such a degree that I wish for invisibility? How do I transform a process of thought that's been the only way I've ever known? As we travel the ideas of the future we see, can I find the strength to refuse my betrayals to self-worth? This precipice sets a precedent that whispers in my ear to remember that if not for fear, I may have been something more than I allowed myself to become. There it is, that disconnection, the cold realization that although I am, truly know I am, yet for some reason I deny myself the space to simply be. All I see in this chaos is magic, yet what I share disrupts the focus and the distraction is tragic. To have and to hold, yet to feel so alone as I deny all attempts to provide comfort to the broken boy within me. Selfishly, I now rise and command myself to rise to the occasion. Too concerned with others' perception of what I know I am under my own persuasions. Power to transform subconscious ideations into reality of being the experience required to embrace the beauty. of love swallowing my doubt in this situation. Difficult to follow, I know. I am a hard pill to swallow. For if not for forever, then where is eternity? If not for a savior, would I have such humility to see that I am broken? Putting pieces in places, disturbing the peace in my face because I don't know how to receive it. You are my everything. I am so sorry for placing the weight of my journey on the love that you carry. I'm grateful in sharing my soul may come easy, but it takes a toll preparing to embark on what this journey holds for this potential to be happy. Thank you for finding patience and allowing this to unfold into the unfamiliar grounds we stand upon as we learn to stand together.
Sweet. Thank you, man. How can people follow and support your work online?
I don't have anything up yet, but I think in the next week or two I'll have a way for you guys to be able to do that.
All right, cool. We'll be on the lookout for that. And I know you had one more piece. Hopefully, we'll get to see it next week or hear it next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, man, for joining us.
Of course.
That is Unspoken from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thanks for coming through. All right, we got a couple more spots left, and due to popular demand, I'm gonna throw myself in there. I'll go before Dan. I'll perform while Dan figures out how to get ready and everything. But next up, we got another regular, someone that I cannot see the show going on without. We're already missing Mike Sindler. We can't miss him too. So I'm glad he made. Every time he makes it on, I'm like a little bit of relief. And if you've been here, you already know what's up. It's time for Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Ed Poetastic. When you're ready, take it away, my friend. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, my bro. Like no other words like thunder. Thank you so much for making my Monday. Thank you, thank you for your wordplay, and thank you for your hard work, determination, and grit each and every day. All right, my name is Ed Potastic, feeling fantastic. Please take the time to go join my rhyme file for sublime. I got 10 Mother's Day jokes and one short poem and 3 medium-sized poems, so I won't take too much time. The first joke is, what do mommy bees use to brush their hair? Honeycombs. How do little bees get to school? They ride the school buzz. Why did the mommy battery take a vacation? She needed to recharge. Why was the baby strawberry sad? It got into a jam. Why did the girl bring a ladder on the bus? She wanted to go to high school. How do baby trains eat? They choo choo. Why do mommy cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. Why don't leopards play hide and go seek? They're always spotted. How do you catch a school of fish? Use bookworms. Last but not least, how do mother goats always know when their children are lying? Because they can see right through them. Hope everyone enjoy those jokes. Thank you, you folks. My short piece is called Drown and Smudge. We created by Earth, the dirt of rebirth. We are her seeds. We breed, she bleeds. Strengthened by her mud, soaking in the floods. We're flowers in her image, roots without any limits. We don't show you love. Your voices are winds above. We feel your earthquakes while you painfully aches. We see your thunderstorms, your frantic cries as a newborn. We touch your hurricanes, the wails of growing pains. We drink your tsunamis, the water clings your body. We hear you, our mother. We feel your thunder. Yes, we understand and do. Sorry to be a burden to you. And mother work is never done. Thank you for being our son. Forgive your uprooted trees. We are pieces of your humanity. Thank you. And this other one is called Motherly Love. When I was a boy, you're my nurse, teacher, and friend. Now that I'm older, I still can't fully comprehend. How can one woman always be there for me? She did what she could, even I could see. We're the fruit, while moms are the trees. Moms are always the busiest of the worker bees. There's no love like a mother's heart, a love that lives and breathes in our art. A mother's love never changes for all time, only gets stronger and stronger while it shines. Moms used to be celebrated each and every day. Without them, where could we run, stay, or play? If you don't have a mom but only your dad, it's okay. Love them too and don't be sad. Moms have hearts full of devotion, dedication, and affection that never ends. A river of love always flows over, and over again. We're a big part of her while she's a big part of you. I think that's why we're red and rarely blue. Mom, you're not just my mother, but also my dad. You're an experience that no kid could ever have, which made me glad. Moms, thank you for not stop loving us. Don't worry, all this love is going to make us bust. Moms, there are no easy words of how much we love you. I hope these words resonate and stick inside you like glue. Thank you so much for answering our big and little calls. Your immeasurable love, moms, and we thank you for it all. Thank you. Um, I got another piece. This is called Guy is Love. You possess undefined, natural, and organic beauty. You dance around the bright sun on appointed duty. Your eyes are the great lakes covered in sparkling blue. Your teas are sweeter than strawberries, blueberries, and honeydews. Your bodies are one land full of sublime and wonderful delights. You give us warming sunlight to help our darkest sight. Your skin is earthy, smooth, and grounded, unlike the vast deserts. You just give, and give till it hurts. Your children are vivid, rooted, breasted trees and flowers. They stand healthy, grounded, and sturdy with unique powers. Your age is fast compared to the far reaches of dark space. I didn't say ancient. Oh, wait. Is there a teardrop or a river flow across your face? You're more powerful than any hurricane, tsunami, or hurricane. Sorry. You're more powerful than any earthquake, tsunami, and hurricane. You burn us with our toxic fumes, endless cutting, and rumbling pains. Your rage is a roaring, unpredictable, and screaming volcano spewing molten lava. Sometimes you create clouds dropping clear, refreshing, and rejuvenating Java. Your love is surreal, vivid, and deeper than our baby blue skies. You feed, nurture, and grow us, the pesky flies. Hope this poem does you justice because it's coming from a microscopic soul. Thank you for the Thank you for the gifts of diamonds, rubies, irons, titaniums, coppers, silvers, and golds. Thank you. And last but not least, this is a Mother's Day poem. This is by this is by this is by hmm. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Here it is. This is called Mother's Day by Awesome Mark 2002 on Twitter. Today's the day we honor our mothers. I said not to do this year using cheerleaders with pom poms. My mom spent many hours delivering me to birth. I'm not sure she thinks I was all that worth. When I was little, I could cuddle on her lap. She would read me story while I laid down for a nap. Things changed as I grew older. Her emotions towards me seemed to grow colder. I now have grown into being a full teen. I don't think she likes the changes in me that she has seen. I might be able to pinpoint my parents' divorce is when things change. I know feeling like my mom and I are very estranged. Maybe all teens have their problems that I stand above. Some would wonder how my mom and I, towards each other, could still feel love. It could be because she has raised me since I was a baby. It could be we feel that you always have to love blood family, no matter what, just maybe. I know raising my sister and brother and me has taken out of her so much. Maybe that is why I feel like I needed to keep supporting her like a crutch. My mother and I don't always agree, now rarely get along. I can legit say that she is always wrong. They say raising kids is the right way is so much work. Maybe in reality, I'm just being a teen jerk. Like I said, this is the day I am supposed to give my mom some honor. I just feel this day is like every day in just a yarner. I might not be able to say she has been the best mom. I can say at least she has not sent me out to kill soldiers strapped with a bomb. I guess that is something I can honor and thank her for. I wish I could say there were other things so I could thank her more. Since this is supposed to be her day, maybe I should just relax. Maybe I should, for a day, just stop grinding that axe. Maybe your mother has been better than mine. To all mothers, this day is for your kids and others to honor you in person and online. It doesn't matter if a mother's blood adopted straight, transgender, or gay. Our mothers deserve to be honored for being someone's mother in some way. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ed. Appreciate the poems and, as always, the jokes. As I said earlier, disarm me. But how can people follow and support your work online?
Oh, you can follow me and support me on my work online while coming to this wonderful open mic that makes our mother light such a delight in the wonderful, fantastic spotlight. All right. But you can follow me, please for free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie Foreman92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my fantastic insight. If you send me a request, if you take guests, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Never stop spewing or singing the wonderful words inside your chest. Never stop being and doing and feeling your best. And remember, you're more important than you ever know. Don't stop your flow and don't stop your glow. If you don't know, now you know. How I love this show.
I love it, Ed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you as always, man. And if you don't know, now you know. That's right. By popular demand, I've been requested to share some pieces, so I was kind of inspired by some of the last performers here. So I'm gonna start off after Chris's inspiration for that last piece that was read. Yeah, this one's called Sleepwalker. 4 a.m. Intoxicated buzz of frenzy and fury. Spray paint coats the air of this bohemian underbelly, bridged between Star and Ekis. Is this it? See, there were a lot of substances swimming in here. Two-way drunken text spilled out in the shape of smoke signals. Beatbox in my head. Hummingbird in my heart. I tried the coffee spoons, but the other stuff was so much more alluring. Love has very well taught me the actions of fools. You see, I'm glued to this chair, but the sky is calling me. I want to serenade the past and caress the rhyme of tomorrow as chills recollect static from the space of in-betweenness. Space for peace, at least, for lease. Through illuminated glass, the spiraled truth reveals itself. S. Moose sign. It must be Kandinsky, Moon Dancer, you, Firecracker Anthem. I nod my head to the beat that echoes in the wake of your footsteps. Heartbeat of lively pulsations, of pithy meanderings, sleepwalker with a tempered glance of steel and roses. Lullaby of the world. It's going to take a lot more than hope to get us home, a lot more than love to show us pain, or hate to slow us down in that battle of heart versus brain. Our walk is the climb of a reckless dancer, each step improvised a bit more than the last. Will we still love each other in the end? Even Orpheus looked back. Only the mad ones know what delights are swimming inside that beautiful mind of yours, and we are a slow dance away from trouble. Okay? That one's always under constant revision, which is why I don't share it as often. Cassie read like poems that were 10 years old, so I'm going to do the same. This one is called Riffing on the Universe. I've seen the best minds of my generation kicking it to the wild beat, that enigmatic glow of night that felt just right, singing rhythmic signifiers in the ether of night. That's us, riffing on the universe. Because the world is more than just a stage. It's an open jam session for us to engage. It's a call for the soul to create and navigate around the maelstrom of meaning, bringing point blank Promethean thunder and metaphysical funk. You see, that's funk with a PH and all the appropriate connotations attached. Of course, that leaves us ecstatic, emphatic, and karma chromatic. The metaphysical funk, the cosmic samba, the transcendental tango. It has many names, but the universe is alive, and it shakes its hips to our rhythmic narrations. You see, they say there are these savvy, savory strings shredding savage, solo sublime symphonies at the subatomic level. Surely, as these Ouroboros structures are gyrating, pulsating, twisting, turning, torquing, forward, backward, sideways, up, down, wiggling, jiggling, sizzling, all to a beat. But that's not all. See, my closest approximations really fall into realms of abstraction. You see, it's like Flight of the Bumblebee, but on ecstasy, thumping away, thump, 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 to the heavy thump of all that is thumpness. That's space, baby. So bob your heads, clap your hands, sway your hips, and tap your feet. That's me and you, him and her, and them and us all moving to the beat. That's us, riffing on the universe. So bop and wail to those melodious cosmic strings as we listen closely for the hidden beauty in things. All right. Yeah, I feel the same way. 10-year poem, like, all right, that's what I was writing then. Meditation and a Howl. This is the last one. This is a rare cut as well because I think there's so much more I want to edit in this one. Blood in the streets, revolution like a breath. It's a meditation and a howl. It's poetry, philosophy, and JAZZ. It's Lester and Lear. Blow, baby, blow. As Carl and Cordelia are not in their right minds. We dive off imaginary cliffs because of love. There, not there, and sometimes better existing without having to be said. We're driven off imaginary cliffs because we're mad. Mad for each other. Mad at each other. Mad at the system and the way we've let things become. It's axioms of subatomic, microscopic, multi-cosmic meditations of mystic vibrations and atomic castrations. Stop. Enough. When will we end this human war of devoured discourses and endless streams of orgasmic matter and violent splatter? That murderous metronome that ticks away the time. Kill, 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 kill. That screamed violently toward deaf ears avoided. That gentle universe exploded and left 10 tons of savage fury into the open wounds of the imagination. Kill, kill, kill. It's a twice told tale of terror and tears, anxieties of silence, internal, external, eternal. How can I spell out the thing we believe to know so well and complicate something that was supposed to be as simple as love? We are divided. No, you're not listening. Live out your lives. No. Love out your lives. Singing prayer, protest, and peace. Kind of a triptych, but I gotta edit that, man. Even reading out loud, I don't know. There's a flow that I'm not feeling in those pieces, but maybe I can revisit them. I'm trying to take more time off from the open mic so I can actually edit and write and all that good stuff. So, thank you guys for listening. That's the show. See ya. Just kidding. So we got Dan the Man on call with Kit. Are we good on that? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and switch things over. Many of you guys saw the debut of this format last week, and yeah, without further ado, it's the one, the only, Daniel the Manual, or for short, it's Dan the Man. What is going on, Dan? Take it away when you're ready.
Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Again, my Zoom is becoming haywire. No wonder it's official rewire. That's weird. Well, I cannot believe my youngest nephew, James, he's about to turn 1. He is the second son of my sister. Yep, the second son. What a home run. Can't believe it's a son. My nephew is going to turn 1 on June 1st. Well, yeah, I can't believe my Zoom is coming up. Boom. Yeah, it looks like I thought I had room. I did make room, but it keeps backfiring. Like looks like my wires are fired up. I don't know. Even though the Zoom is becoming a doom, that's so no boom. Yeah, what up, boom? It's like in a baby groom, huh? Oh, the wedding. Besides graduation, there was a bride and groom. Yep, kind of like not nearly a gloom and doom. Well, if you see the northern lights, there'll be gloom. The walk in fields of bloom, according to Sting. Yep. Yeah, can't believe my work is becoming a whack. Yeah, just like the TV series Hack. uh, yeah, yeah, it's so quack and not even a plaque like you'd see in a sack. Well, yakety yak, don't come back. Yeah. So I know my Zoom's becoming sidetracked. No wonder it's this soundtrack. If it's a poetry, it's back to back. So all right, so oh well, hope it's jam packed or kind of like a react, but I wonder it's artifact and overreact. So as a matter of fact, yeah, happy Mother's Day, happy graduation day. And yeah, we're still in the month of May of mental health awareness month. Yep. So, and yeah, well, we got 30 days, but we're closing into Memorial Day. Yep. So, all right. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there yesterday and over the weekend. It was UTEP, so congrats to all the grads out there, especially UTEP and EPCC and all the high schools out there. Yep. All right. Well, okay, guys. Again, Dan the Man's Weekly currently on hiatus. Still up. Excuse me. And still catching up. All right. Once again, my Remy Dictionary. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be in Rosewood tomorrow, but I'll try to swing by Friday for the Craft Rhythm and Brews. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm going to try my best to try to get back on Zoom. If not, then I'll probably be here next week. So, but promise you I'll see you back here next Monday. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kit, and thank you, Richie, everybody. And happy Mother's Day to Robin and all the moms out there. All right. Thank you. Okay, Kit, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night. And have a good
All right. Thanks, Dan. Well, Richie, you heard the man. We got it.
That's it's the man calling the shots, the puppet master. He's our very own Oz. Yeah, Dan the man. Thanks. Hopefully you do get that fixed. Otherwise, you're gonna have to call in from another dimension next week just to up the ante. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Everyone was here. I didn't get to say hi or give shout outs to a lot of people that were in the live chat today. Anthony, always good seeing you. Mind your business, MYB, wherever you be. Sandy, of course. I see Dan in there. Buenos tiempos. All right. So, the Fertile Brains was here. Awesome. Good to see you. Yeah. Julian was here. Yeah. So, thanks everyone who tuned in. Or if you guys tune in during the week and just listen to us in your morning routine or doing chores or whatever, we appreciate it. We'll be back next Monday. If you haven't checked it out before, come on through. You're welcome for the online stream. My name is Richie. You can find me Deadwell Reveries on Instagram. I don't have the sign today. You can also just follow us at the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. Hope to see you guys at the show. Anywhere, any show. Yeah. So for the live stream, I'll see you guys. Have a good night. Have a great week.